Yo, what up? I got a question. Why is no one talking about this show, Godfather of Harlem? So basically, it's a spinoff of the Denzel Washington movie Frank Lucas, American Gangster, which told basically the tale in the 1960s of a mobster who basically ran the drug world at that time. But he had rival competition, which was another up and coming mobster by the name of Bumpy Johnson. So, Godfather of Harlem is a spinoff to that movie. The Bumpy Johnson is played by Forrest Whitaker, who is a phenomenal actor. I think the last movie I saw him in was when he played as a corrupt cop. And then I hadn't seen him anymore after that. And then out of the blue, bam, here goes Forrest Whitaker in Godfather of Harlem. He has to come up with cunning ways to get over on the mob because at this time, I mean, other than Frank Lucas, a lot of the people that was running the scene in the East Coast were the mobsters, like Al Capone and all these guys, you know what I mean? So Bumpy was always under the thumb of them or always under the foot of them. They always had their foot on his throat. So he basically had to, anytime he made money, he was basically having to pay these guys to keep him off his back. And even then it still wasn't enough. So being a man who stands by his word and is not going to be pushed around, he decided to start coming up with ways to get over on the mob. There's only 3 seasons of it right now, but it is really, really good. And, Bumpy isn't talked about a lot. He's brought up a few times in the Frank Lucas movie, American Gangster with Denzel Washington, who is played by Cuba Gooding Jr. It's not played by Forrest Whitaker in the movie. But this is a really good TV series. Also, apparently this is a lot of true story about what Bumpy went through and how he rose to his infamous name in the streets and in the mob world. He also befriended Malcolm X. In this show, I'm not going to tell how the attempt was made, but there was an assassination on Malcolm X's life, which there was 1,001 attempts on him, but he shows one in particular where he actually saved Malcolm's life. And there was actually supposed to be a memoir or a book wrote on Bumpy Johnson by Malcolm X. Tells a very, very intriguing story between them two. They were really, really good friends. He also has a daughter in this movie who ends up strung out on the very thing that they push in these streets, which is heroin. And it just becomes a very intriguing story with them. While he's taking on the mob, one of the mobsters is played by Vincent D'Onofrio. I can't say his name, but he's the guy from the Law and Order SVU TV series. Dude is phenomenal in this. He has a daughter who is just, I call her, she's like a Black Widow. Everything she touches, she's like the Reaper. Everything she touches dies. Like, this girl is ridiculous. And a lot of people say she's like her father. Her father's a smart man who comes up with cunning ways to do things. This girl is reckless. But they bring this out of her, and I won't tell you how, but she after this tragedy happens, she goes on a warpath. And the girl is like, she's the one nobody expects, It is a really, really good TV show. So if you haven't had a chance, please go check out Godfather of Harlem. You can find it on, it's not on Netflix. I think it's on Prime, maybe. Shoot, I can't think of it. I can't think of it right off the top of my head. I'm sorry about that, but I'll have it in the description. But if you get a chance, go and check out this TV series. If you're a person that's really into mob documentaries or about like movies like Frank Lucas, the Al Capones, and all of that, Bumpy Johnson is one that you really got to take a look at. And I promise you, you will not be disappointed. But we'll see. If there's any other movies that you guys or TV series that you guys want to watch, but you're not sure if you want to waste the time to see if it's something that you like, put it down in the comment section. I will watch it for you, and I'll come back and give my review on it. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best ever, and 1 being the worst, why did they even put this crap out? I'm going to give this an 8. Shit, I'll even give it an 8.5. There's a lot of good actors and actresses in this movie, and even the people who are not big, like the guys who play as Bumpy's henchmen, his supporting cast, phenomenal job. These dudes are great at what they do, and I'm telling you, it leaves you hanging and waiting for the next one. I can't wait for season 4 to come out. Season 3 left me on a cliffhanger. I just can't get this TV series out of my head, but I love to binge watch. And if you're somebody who loves to binge watch and you've not started this series, then it's a good one. So, yeah, with that being said, if there's anything that you would like for me to review or take a look at, or if there's something that you've seen and you think I would really like and you just want to see what my review would be on it, then put it down in the comment section. Yeah, so I look forward to hearing from you guys. Until next time, deuces.
Open up my window again. Open up my